Washington, D.C. In a moment that stunned even veteran political analysts, Pam Bondi took to the Senate Oversight Committee floor today and delivered what is already being called the truth bomb heard round the Capitol. Armed with newly declassified documents, eyewitness testimony, and a digital forensics report that had been kept under wraps for nearly a decade, Bondi blew the lid off of the long, simmering controversies surrounding Hillary Clinton's private email server in the tragic 2012 Benghazi attack. We have been lied to. Not once, not twice, but for years, Bondi said, voice unwavering as the room fell silent. And today, we bring the truth into the light. No more excuses. No more cover-ups. The email files, unsealed, unforgiving, unbelievable. In a stunning display, Bondi revealed a trove of unreleased emails recovered from a previously unknown backup server, one reportedly located in a private residence connected to a now-defunct Clinton Foundation donor. Among the emails were direct communications between then-Secretary Clinton and foreign operatives, real-time discussions about security warnings in Benghazi days before the attack, internal memos acknowledging classified breaches while using unsecured devices. Bondi held up a printed document and declared, "This isn't just poor judgment. This is deliberate, reckless endangerment of American lives." The chamber gasped. The internet exploded. Benghazi bombshell. What Clinton knew and when. Perhaps the most explosive moment came when Bondi presented a previously unheard recording from a whistleblower inside the State Department. The audio allegedly captures a tense late-night call between Clinton, her chief of staff, and a Pentagon liaison. In it, Clinton is reportedly heard saying, "We need to control the narrative before morning." That line? It's now printed on banners, headlines, and bumper stickers across the country. Bondi followed it up with this hammer: Americans died. And the priority was the narrative? Shameful doesn't even begin to describe it. Fallout, Capitol in chaos. Within hours, multiple House Republicans called for a new criminal investigation. Protesters gathered outside the Capitol, some demanding accountability, others decrying political theater. The Clinton camp issued a brief, defiant statement: old news, recycled lies. Nothing to see here. But the public wasn't buying it. Pam dropped the proof trended globally within an hour. Media frenzy, left V's. Right, truth V's. Spin cable news devolved into chaos. CNN anchors scrambled for counter-narratives. Fox News aired Bondi's full testimony uncut, followed by wall-to-wall analysis. Independent journalists began combing through the newly released documents and verifying metadata. Even mainstream outlets like the New York Times admitted the implications of Bondi's evidence, if authenticated, are profound. Will Hillary face charges? Legal experts are divided. Some claim the statute of limitations on certain charges has passed, while others argue new evidence opens the door to obstruction, perjury, and national security violations. Sources say a grand jury may be convened within weeks. The lesson? Secrets don't stay buried forever. Whether you're red, blue, or politically indifferent, the message Pam Bondi sent today is clear. Truth has a shelf life, but it always finds the light. In a world where power protects itself, and elites play by their own rules, today was a rare reminder that the people still have fighters willing to stand tall, no matter the cost. Pam Bondi didn't just expose emails or a decades-old scandal. She exposed what happens when power forgets it serves the people. And if Bondi's final statement is any clue, this was just the beginning. This wasn't just Hillary's reckoning. This is Washington's. And I'm not done yet. Clinton allies PANIC as Pam Bondi moves to SUBPOENA deep state insiders. Washington is on fire, and not in the metaphorical sense. Following her bombshell expose of Hillary Clinton's emails and Benghazi transcripts, Pam Bondi isn't slowing down. She's doubling down. Today, Bondi filed a formal motion to subpoena key figures from the Obama administration, including John Brennan, James Clapper, Susan Rice, and yes, Barack Obama's former chief of staff, Dennis McDonough. Her demand? Testify under oath about what they knew when they knew it and whether they helped bury the truth. We've opened the vault. Now we need the gatekeepers, Bondi told reporters, flanked by whistleblower attorneys and digital forensic experts. The leaks begin. Insider turns on Clinton camp. Just hours after the subpoenas hit, a former State Department aide leaked an internal memo that appears to show Clinton's inner circle coordinating media spin with high-level intelligence officers. The memo, titled Damage Control Libya/FOIA Exposure Risk, references a meeting involving Jake Sullivan, Clinton's longtime advisor, Cheryl Mills, and an external consultant identified only as C. J. Narrative override must be engaged. If emails are discovered, deflect toward global threats or Russian interference. This isn't spin, it's a script. The tech trail Bondi brings in cyber forensics dream team to back up her explosive claims. Bondi has enlisted a team of cybersecurity experts who reverse engineered the deleted email metadata and revealed at least 3 instances where classified information was accessed by foreign EPs. One traced to a server in Shanghai, another Belgrade, and the third allegedly bounced through a VPN registered to a shell corporation in Switzerland tied to a Clinton Foundation donor. Bondi, this wasn't sloppy. This was systematic, and we're going to expose every layer. The media cracks begin to show. Even the mainstream press is buckling under the pressure. After ignoring the story for 48 hours, NBC ran a special report tonight titled, Pam Bondi's Evidence, Should Americans Be Concerned? Meanwhile, insiders at ABC and Politico are leaking reports that editors are under pressure from corporate leadership not to pursue the story too aggressively. Translation: the panic is real. Clinton's camp scrambles, legal team assembled. Hillary Clinton, appearing at a university panel, brushed off the scandal with a strained smile, saying, "I've been through worse storms, and guess what? I'm still standing." But sources close to her say the tone behind closed doors is far from calm. A legal crisis response war room has reportedly been set up in D.C. Word is, they're preparing for either an indictment or a full-scale counterattack against Bondi and her allies. The Hill reacts, a movement forms. Dozens of House Republicans and even a few Democrats are calling for a bipartisan independent counsel to investigate the newly uncovered communications. This goes beyond party politics, said Rep. Marcus Helm, DOH. If foreign actors accessed classified material because of private servers, that's not left or right. That's national security. Pam Bondi responded with a fire of her own. If you're more outraged by who's revealing the truth than by the truth itself, you're part of the problem. The deeper lesson: power hates accountability. Let's cut through the noise. This story isn't just about Hillary Clinton. It's not just about emails or Benghazi or subpoenas.its about a government that got too comfortable hiding things from its people. And about what happens when someone walks in, flips on the lights, and says, "Enough." Bondi's crusade is reminding millions of Americans that transparency isn't a privilege, it's a right. And that justice delayed doesn't have to be justice denied. Next, the subpoenas are coming. The witnesses are sweating. And Pam Bondi isn't backing down. They wanted this buried. They wanted it forgotten. But I've got a shovel, and I'm digging everything up. The final lesson: truth is slow, but it never stops. Pam Bondi's revelations shook Washington, shook the media, and shook the nation. In a sea of spin, stonewalling, and carefully polished political narratives, she didn't just bring evidence, she brought accountability. For years, Americans were told to move on, that the email servers didn't matter, that Benghazi was handled, that questions were conspiracies. But today, we're reminded of something simple, timeless, and unshakable. The truth has no expiration date. It doesn't matter how powerful someone is. It doesn't matter how protected they seem. Eventually, the truth rises, whether in one email, one document, one testimony, or one brave voice standing up when everyone else stays silent. This wasn't just about Clinton.it, wasn't even just about Bondi. This was about the people's right to know and the importance of leaders who are willing to fight for that right, even when the entire system tells them not to. What's the lesson? Transparency is not a partisan issue, it's a patriotic one. And real justice doesn't serve politics. It serves the people. We can't erase the past, but we can expose it, learn from it, and ensure the mistakes of power are never repeated in silence again. And that is how a republic stays free.